Picture this. You're 67 years old. You've just retired. The state pension lands in your account, £221.20 per week. That's £11,500 per year. Now here's the brutal truth. The average UK couple needs £31,300 per year for a comfortable retirement, according to the Retirement Living Standards. That means if you're relying only on the state pension, you're going to be £20,000 short. Every single year. For potentially 20 to 30 years of retirement. That's £400,000 to £600,000 you're going to be missing. But here's the good news. There's a system designed to fix this. It's called the UK pension system. And if you understand how it works, the state pension, workplace pensions, and SIPPs, you can build a retirement that actually works. In the next 13 minutes, I'm going to explain exactly how the UK pension system works, how much you need to save, the step-by-step process to maximize your retirement income, and the 5 biggest mistakes that cost UK adults their comfortable retirement. Let's get into it. All right, so how does the UK pension system actually work? Think of it as 3 pillars that work together to fund your retirement. Pillar 1, state pension. This is the basic pension that the UK government pays you when you reach state pension age, currently 66, rising to 67 by 2028. To qualify for the full state pension of £221.20 per week in 2026, you need 35 qualifying years of national insurance contributions. If you have fewer years, you get a reduced amount. If you have fewer than 10 years, you get nothing. Pillar 2, workplace pension. By law, your employer must automatically enroll you in a workplace pension and contribute at least 3% of your qualifying earnings. You must contribute at least 5%. That's a total of 8% minimum. But here's the thing, 8% is the minimum. Most financial experts say you need 1520% of your income going into pensions to retire comfortably. Pillar 3, private pensions SIPP. A self-invested personal pension SIPP is a pension you set up yourself, independent of your employer. You choose the investments, you control the contributions, and you get tax relief on every pound you put in. These 3 pillars work together. The state pension gives you a safety net. Your workplace pension builds the foundation, and a SIPP fills the gap to give you the retirement you actually want. But most people have no idea how any of this works. Let me break it down properly. Let's start with the state pension, because this is what every UK worker is entitled to if they've paid enough national insurance. The current numbers. Full new state pension. £221.20 per week, that's £11,502 per year. You need 35 qualifying years of NI contributions for the full amount state pension age, currently 66, rising to 67 by 2028 and 68 by 2046. You can check your forecast at any time on gov.uk. Here's something important. The state pension goes up every year through the triple lock. That means it increases by whichever is highest of inflation CPI, average earnings growth 2.5%. So in 2026, with inflation still elevated, the state pension got a significant boost. That's a good thing for current and future pensioners. Now, here's a common misconception. Many people think the state pension alone will fund their retirement. It won't. At £11,500 per year, it covers basic living costs, food, council tax, utilities. But it doesn't cover holidays, eating out regularly, helping grandchildren financially, maintaining your car, home repairs, any kind of luxury. For that, you need Pillar 2 and Pillar 3, workplace pensions and SIPPs. Let's talk about workplace pensions next. Now let's talk about your workplace pension, and this is where most people are making a huge mistake. Under auto-enrolment, the minimum contributions are you, 5% of your qualifying earnings, your employer, 3% of your qualifying earnings government tax relief, 1% effectively chai total, 9% minimum. Let's put real numbers on this. Say you earn £35,000 per year. Your contribution. 5% of qualifying earnings between £6,240 and £50,270 =roughly £1,438 per year. Your employer's contribution. 3% roughly £863 per year. Total going in, roughly £2,300 per year. That doesn't sound like much. But here's the magic. Compound growth over time. If you put £2,300 per year into a workplace pension from age 25 to 67-42 years, assuming average market returns of 7% per year, you'd have approximately £580,000 at retirement. If you only contribute from age 35 to 67-32 years, around £265,000. That 10-year delay cost you over £300,000. But here's where it gets interesting. The 9% minimum is not enough for a comfortable retirement. Most experts recommend contributing 1520% of your total income. Here's how to increase your workplace pension contributions. 1. Ask your employer if you can opt in to a higher contribution rate. 2. Use salary sacrifice if your employer offers it more tax efficient. 3. Set up a SIPP to make additional contributions on the side. We'll get to SIPPs in a minute. But first, let me explain how your workplace pension is actually invested. Here's something most people don't know. When your employer puts money into your workplace pension, it doesn't just sit there, it gets invested. Most workplace pensions put you in a default fund, usually a lifestyle or target date fund. These automatically adjust your investments based on how close you are to retirement. When you're young, the fund is heavily invested in stocks, higher growth, higher risk. As you approach retirement, it gradually moves into bonds and cash lower risk, lower growth. This is good for people who don't want to think about their investments, but it's often not optimal. If you want better returns, you can usually choose your own investments within your workplace pension. Look for low-cost global index funds like Vanguard Life Strategy or similar total expense ratios under 0.5%, broad diversification across global markets. The difference between a fund charging 1.5% fees and one charging 0.3% fees might seem small, but over 40 years it can cost you £100, 0 zeros plus in lost returns. Check what fund you're in right now. If you don't know, log into your pension provider's website and find out. You might be paying fees that are eating into your retirement. Now let's talk about SIPPs, the third pillar that most people completely ignore. A SIPP, Self-Invested Personal Pension, is a pension you set up yourself, separate from your employer. Here's why SIPPs are incredibly powerful. Benefit 1. Tax relief. For every £100 you put into a SIPP, the government adds £25 in tax relief if you're a basic rate taxpayer. So you only actually pay £80, but £100 goes into your pension. If you're a higher rate taxpayer earning over £50,270, you can claim back another 20% through your tax return. So you effectively pay just £60 for £100 of pension contribution. Benefit 2. Investment choice. Unlike workplace pensions, SIPPs give you massive investment choice. Individual stocks, funds, ETFs, bonds, commercial property, and more. Benefit 3. Tax-free growth. All investment growth inside a SIPP is completely tax-free. No capital gains tax, no dividend tax. Everything grows untouched by the taxman. Benefit 4. Tax-free lump sum. When you retire from age 55, rising to 57 in 2028, you can take up to 25% of your SIPP as a tax-free lump sum. Now let's talk numbers. The annual allowance for pension contributions in 2026 is £60,000. That's the total across all your pensions workplace plus SIPP combined. If you earn £50,000 per year, you could put up to £50,000 into pensions and get tax relief on the full amount. For most people, I recommend 1. Max out your workplace pension contributions, especially if your employer matches. 2. Then top up with a SIPP to reach 1520% of your total income. For example, if you earn £35,000 and your workplace pension takes 5%, you could add another 0.15% through a SIPP to reach that 1520% target. That's an extra £3,500, £5,250 per year going into your pension. Over 30 years, that could mean an extra £300,000, £500,000 at retirement. That's the difference between a comfortable retirement and struggling in old age. Now, let's talk about how much you actually need to retire. All right, so how much do you actually need to retire comfortably in the UK? The Retirement Living Standards published by the L&G and the Pensions and Lifetime Savings Association gives us 3 levels. Minimum standard, £14,400 per year. It covers basic needs, food, bills, council tax £100 per month for personal spending. 1 week in the UK per year. No luxuries. Moderate standard, £31,300 per year for couples. More financial security. £10,000 per year for holidays. Regular meals out. Some help for grandchildren. Comfortable standard, £43,100 per year for couples. Financial freedom. Regular holidays abroad. Eating out regularly. Helping family financially. For a single person, the comfortable standard is around £37,300 per year. Now, here's the math. To generate £31,300 per year from your pension, assuming the 4% withdrawal rule, you need approximately £780,000 saved. Subtract the state pension of £11,500 and you need £19,800 per year from your pensions. That requires approximately £495,000 saved. That might sound like a lot. But remember, state pension, £11,500 a year, workplace pension. If contributing 10% from age 25 to 67 equals £250,000, £350,000, SIPP top-up could add another £150,000, £250,000. Total, £411,000, £611,000. That puts you in the moderate to comfortable range. It's achievable, but you need to start now and stay consistent. Right. Before I let you go, I need to warn you about the 5 biggest pension mistakes that cost UK adults their comfortable retirement. Mistake number 1. Opting out of your workplace pension. I cannot stress this enough. Do not opt out of your workplace pension. You're literally turning down free money from your employer and tax relief from the government. Over 40 years, opting out could cost you £300,000, £500,000 at retirement. That's a comfortable retirement gone. Mistake number 2. Only contributing the minimum. The 9% minimum is not enough. You need 1520% of your income going into pensions for a comfortable retirement. If you can only afford the minimum now, commit to increasing it by 1% every year. Small increases add up massively over time. Mistake number 3. Not consolidating old workplace pensions. If you've changed jobs multiple times, you probably have several small workplace pensions sitting around. Each one charges fees, and they're not working together efficiently. Consider consolidating them into one SIPP or your current workplace pension. Check for any exit fees or lost benefits first, but in most cases, consolidation is the right move. Mistake number 4. Ignoring your pension until your 50s. Compound growth is the most powerful force in finance. Starting 10 years earlier can literally double your retirement pot. If you're in your 20s or 30s and haven't started thinking about pensions, start today. Even £50 per month makes a massive difference over 30 to 40 years. Mistake number 5. Not reviewing your pension investments. Many people set their pension and forget it, but high fees can cost you £100, 000 plus over a working lifetime. Check your pension annually. Are you in a low-cost fund? Are you getting good returns? Can you move to a cheaper provider? Avoid these 5 mistakes, and you're already ahead of most UK adults when it comes to retirement planning. All right, so how long does it take to build a pension that actually works? Age 25. Start contributing 1520%, £500, 000 plus by 67, age 35. Start contributing 20%, £300,000, £400,000 by 67, age 45. Start contributing 25%, £150,000, £250,000 by 67, age 55. Start contributing 30% plus £75,000, £150,000 by 67. The earlier you start, the less you need to contribute each month. If you're starting late, don't panic. You can still catch up by maximizing SIPP contributions. Using carry-forward rules, use previous year's unused allowance. Downsizing your home in retirement to release equity, working part-time in early retirement. It's never too late to start, but it's always better to start sooner. Right, so here's your action plan to secure your UK retirement. Step 1. Check your state pension forecast. Go to gov.uk and search State Pension Forecast. See how much you'll get and how many qualifying years you have. If you're short, consider making voluntary NI contributions. Step 2. Review your workplace pension. Log into your provider's website. What fund are you in? What fees are you paying? Can you increase your contribution? Step 3. Open a SIPP. If you don't have one, open a SIPP today. Providers like Vanguard, Hargreaves, Lansdowne, or Interactive Investor are good starting points. Start with £50, £100 per month and increase over time. Step 4. Consolidate old pensions. If you have multiple workplace pensions from old jobs, look into consolidating them. Check for exit fees first, but in most cases, it's worth doing. Step 5. Increase contributions by 1% per year. Set a calendar reminder every year to increase your pension contributions by 1%. Over 10 years, that's a 10% increase, without you feeling it. Step 6. Review annually. Once a year, review your pensions. Are you on track? Have your circumstances changed? Do you need to adjust? If you follow this plan, you'll be in a position to retire comfortably, not just scraping by on the state pension. That's financial freedom in retirement. That's peace of mind. That's the life you've worked for. If this video helped you, please subscribe. Every week I'm putting out videos exactly like this one. UK-specific money advice that actually works. Hit the bell too, so you don't miss the next one. And when you're ready, this video right here about ISAs is a great next watch. Because ISAs and pensions work together beautifully for tax-free retirement income. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.